Lesser 2006 Philippine 25 Piso commemorative coin. At first glance, it might seem ordinary, just another government-issued piece. But deep within this coin lies a story of celebration, rarity, and mystery that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and even viral video creators across the world. This coin, released to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, is now being whispered about in numismatic circles, collector groups, and YouTube communities. Some claim it's being sold for Philippine peso 15,000, Philippine peso 30,000, and even over Philippine peso 500,000 depending on condition, packaging, and the presence of minting errors. There's even a widely circulated video claiming a version of this coin recently fetched $18,500 in a private collector deal. Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the truth. While some of these viral claims are exaggerated for views, others are rooted in real collector behavior, rare minting anomalies, and historically limited releases. Unlike regular coins that are mass-produced and widely circulated, the 2006 25 Piso coin was a commemorative strike, meaning it was never meant for everyday use. It was designed to honor the evolution of the BSP, and only a small batch was minted, many of which went to government officials, numismatic presentations, and collectors who immediately preserved them. That means very few were ever actually spent, and even fewer remain in brilliant condition today. So if you have one of these coins, especially if it still shines, has no scratches, and was kept in its original sealed packaging, you could be sitting on a rare numismatic treasure. But here's where things get even more interesting. Among those coins, there are whispered rumors of minting errors, coins that were struck off-center, had misaligned dies, or showed doubling on the inscriptions. These kinds of flaws, while unintentional, are considered ultra-rare by collectors and often multiply a coin's value many times over. And if your coin has one of these errors, well, you may be holding what experts call a ghost coin, a piece so rare and obscure that only a handful may exist in the world. But don't worry, in this video we'll guide you on exactly how to spot these features, how to verify your coin's authenticity. Let's break this coin down even further. The 2006 25 Piso features a brilliant modern design nickel-plated steel construction, 27 millimeters diameter, and roughly 9.5 grams in weight. It proudly displays the golden anniversary BSP seal, a symbol of economic resilience and stability in the post-war Philippines. But beyond the artwork and symbolism lies what collectors really care about: rarity, condition, and certification. According to unofficial estimates, less than 10,000 of these coins were released to the public, and even fewer exist today in mint state or proof-like condition. That scarcity is what drives value. On the open market, coins in circulated condition might sell between Philippine peso 500 to Philippine peso 1,000. But if you possess an uncirculated, mint condition, or error variant, your coin could fetch anywhere from Philippine peso 5,000 to Philippine peso 50,000, depending on demand and timing. On platforms like eBay, Numister, Facebook collector groups, and Carousel Philippines, there are examples of verified listings where these coins have sold for over Philippine peso 15,000, particularly when accompanied by original BSP presentation cards or official certificates of authenticity. But let's talk about the true wildcard Zara coins. A few owners have reported faint doubling of the text Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, off-center stamps, rotated diers, or inconsistent edge reading. If your coin has one of these characteristics, you may be sitting on a jackpot. These details are often missed by casual sellers and even go unnoticed in online videos, but trained eyes know how to spot them. If you own one of these coins, here's what you must do. Right now, take it under bright lighting or a magnifying glass and inspect it closely. Look for clean surfaces, mirrored fields, and bold edges. Look at the spacing of the letters, the sharpness of the logo, and the balance between the coin's obverse In reverse, if something looks off but still professional, it could be a legitimate minting error. Once identified, the next step is crucial. Get it certified. Trusted coin grading authorities like NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company or PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service can assess your coin, issue a grade, and help elevate its value and legitimacy. After grading, you can list it on premium collector markets, or better yet, hold it as an appreciating asset. Coins like this increase in value over time, especially once the circulating population drops due to collectors holding onto their copies. So don't make the mistake of flipping it too fast or selling it to the first offer you get. Now, before we end, here's your retention looper. Final twist that might shock you. There is speculation that a secret limited strike of just 1,000 proof versions of this coin exists, issued directly by BSP in collector kits. If your coin has a polished, almost mirror-like field with frosted design elements, you might own one of those 1,000 pieces. If confirmed, that version could fetch over Philippine peso 100,000 at the right auction, especially if still sealed. So now, the big question is, do you own the regular 2,625 peso or one of the ghost level variants that collectors are quietly chasing worldwide? Don't wait, check your collection, search your drawers, ask your parents, and go through old wallets. Comment below if you found this coin and describe its condition. We might feature you in our next video. And if you learned something new today, smash that like button, share this video with others who might have a fortune hiding at home, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping coin discoveries. In our next episode, we'll reveal the top 3 rare Philippine coins from the early 2000s that are silently gaining value, and how to spot the one coin with a Philippine peso 1 million collector bounty. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, the smallest coins can hold the biggest stories. What if that coin, a 2019 Philippine 20 peso, is not just money, but a mystery, a message, a portal, a chance hiding in plain sight? Stop scrolling, because what you're about to hear could literally change your relationship with the coins you've walked past your entire life. In 2019, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas made a bold move. They released a brand new 20 peso coin to phase out the 20 peso bill, a coin that didn't just feel different, it was different. Bimetallic, layered with gold and brass on the outside and nickel-plated steel in the center. This coin was engraved with the face of Manuel Alquezon, the first president of the Philippine Commonwealth. The coin came with anti-counterfeit features, microtext, a reeded edge, and a legacy of national pride. But beneath its surface lies something even more fascinating, because not all 201920 peso coins are the same. Some were minted with rare errors, off-center strikes, rotated dies, double die faces, die cracks, misaligned borders, or even rim flaws. These subtle imperfections, often invisible to the casual eye, have turned ordinary coins into high-demand collectibles, with values jumping from Philippine peso 20 to Philippine peso 500, Philippine peso 1,000, Philippine peso 5,000, and yes, even Philippine peso 10,000 in some rare international auctions. People from the Philippines, the US, Canada, Malaysia, even Saudi Arabia are hunting for these coins on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Shopee, Lazada, and private collector forums. And here's the shocking part. Many sellers don't even know what they're holding. In fact, just last month, a seller in Davao posted a shiny error coin for Philippine peso 150, and a Japanese collector paid $90 for it after spotting a rare shifted strike. But it's not just collectors getting excited. Stories are emerging online of people who flipped this coin during critical moments and saw life-changing results. One woman flipped her 20 piso before deciding whether to move abroad, and the result gave her the courage to leave. She's now a successful nurse in Australia. Another man used the coin to decide between two job offers and swears the heads gave him his dream career. Whether or not you believe in fate, the stories are multiplying, and the energy around this coin is impossible to ignore. So right now, I want you to stop and ask yourself, do I have this coin? Because chances are you do. It could be in your coin jar, under your bed, inside your car's dashboard compartment, mixed into old change from a store run. Pick it up. Look at the year. Does it say 2019? Turn it slowly in the light. Look for cracks, misprints, ghost shadows, rotated text, edge mismatches. You don't need a magnifying glass, just your attention. If you find something odd, take a photo, front, back, and close-up of the detail, and post it in a verified coin collector group on Facebook. Use the terms 2019 20 piso air coin, rare die strike, or rotation flaw. Buyers will message you fast. Some will offer you hundreds. A few may offer you thousands. Just make sure you never send the coin before getting secure payment. And verify buyer credibility. Want to buy these coins instead and flip them for profit? Smart. Visit local palanquin vendors. Ask jeepney drivers, store owners, or even post in community pages asking for old change. You'll be surprised. Most people still don't know the value of what they're holding. And if you want to double check whether your coin is rare, watch till the very end of this video, because I'll reveal a quick visual test that experts use to verify high-value 2019 20 piso errors without any tools. But before we get there, I want you to feel something deeper. This coin, this object, once mass-produced by machines, has now become a symbol, a question, a signal. It asks you, what decision are you avoiding? What moment are you delaying? Because when you flip this coin, you're not just checking for heads or tails. You're inviting clarity. You're breaking indecision. You're flipping fate itself. Some people believe it's just metal. Others believe it's divine. Me? I think it's the universe reminding us that big things often hide in small places. So flip your coin. What will it reveal? Watch it spin. And ask yourself, when it lands, don't click away, because in the next 2 minutes, I'll show you how a viewer found a 2019 coin with a tiny die gouge, sold it for $110, and then came back to thank us because it paid for his family's hospital bill. You could be next. Stay right here. Hit like if you're checking your coins right now. Subscribe if you want real updates on coin values, errors, rare findings, and comment below with what your coin says, because this story is far from over. In fact, it may just be beginning. Stay connected, elusive, and mysterious. 1985 2 piso coin, a seemingly simple and small piece of metal that has now become one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the history of Philippine numismatics. Imagine holding a piece of your country's history in your palm, a coin that once passed through countless hands during the final years of the Marcos regime, a coin that was used to buy small goods and pay jeepney fares, now turning into a high-demand collectible worth thousands of pesos, and in some cases, even hundreds of dollars internationally. This is not just a story of currency, it's a story of history, politics, rarity, and incredible hidden value. If you're watching this video right now, prepare to be amazed, because by the time you finish watching, you'll not only understand why this coin is so rare and valuable, but you'll also learn how to identify one, what makes it special, how to spot hidden mint errors, where and how to sell it for maximum profit, and why it might just be sitting forgotten in a box in your home, waiting to be discovered like buried treasure. Let's dive deep into the fascinating story of the 1985 2 peso coin, a national relic wrapped and mystery. First, let's rewind to the turbulent year of 1985 in the Philippines. The country was under immense political pressure. Economic uncertainty was everywhere, and the final years of Ferdinand Marcos's regime were filled with unrest and whispers of revolution. In the middle of this chaos, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas released a limited series of coins known as the Flora and Fauna series. Among these was a coin that seemed ordinary at the time, the Philippine Peso to coin featuring the bold and fearless image of Andres Bonifacio, one of the great heroes of the Philippine Revolution. Bonifacio's portrait on the coin is a symbol of strength, courage, and rebellion. And little did the public know, this coin would soon vanish from circulation and become a legend. What makes this coin rare is not just its age or its design, but the sheer fact that it was minted for just 1 year only in 1985, making it one of the shortest-lived coins in Philippine history. The government quietly discontinued it without ever producing large quantities, and there are multiple theories why. Some say it was because of cost-cutting. Others blame political shifts, while some believe it was because of changes in public monetary preferences. But the result was the same, a coin that disappeared before it had a chance to become common now. In 2025, collectors are scrambling to find it. But not just any version of this coin. What's truly valuable is the condition, the errors, and the small details that turn this piece of metal into a numismatic goldmine. If you're lucky enough to own a circulated 1985 peso coin, it might already be worth anywhere from Philippine Peso 500 to Philippine Peso 1,500. But if it's in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially graded by institutions like PCGS or NGC, its value can explode up to Philippine Peso 10,000 or even Philippine Peso 15,000 plus. And that's without any major errors. But here's where it gets even more exciting: minting errors. Yes, certain 1985 peso coins were struck with serious mint errors that now make them ultra-valuable. We're talking about double die obverse errors, where parts of Bonifacio's face or the inscriptions appear doubled, off-center strikes where the coin's design isn't aligned properly, and die cracks or planchette errors, which are visible flaws or raised lines across the coin caused during production. Some error coins have reportedly sold for up to Philippine Peso 50,000, depending on the type and clarity of the error. Just imagine finding a flawed coin in your old piggy bank that could pay for a brand new smartphone or more. Let's talk about the design so you know exactly what to look for. The obverse front of the coin shows Andres Bonifacio facing left, with the words Republica ng Pilipinas clearly marked along the edges, and the year 1985 displayed prominently at the bottom. The reverse back shows the face, value to Piso, and a beautiful image of the tamara, a rare and endangered animal native to the island of Mindoro, a symbol of strength and resilience. The coin is made of nickel brass, weighs around 9.5 grams, and has a smooth edge. Be extremely cautious though due to its growing popularity. Fake versions of the coin are flooding online marketplaces. These counterfeits may be made of lighter or heavier materials, may have spelling mistakes, poor image quality, or incorrect color. And if you're not careful, you could fall victim to scams. Never buy or sell one of these coins without doing your research or consulting a collector. Now, if you do find this coin, how can you sell it for the most profit? First, never clean it. Cleaning the coin can scratch its surface and lower its value dramatically. Second, take high-resolution photos of both sides in natural lighting. Third, post your coin in trusted numismatic communities, Facebook collector groups, Reddit threads, or even local buying and selling apps like Shopee, Lazada, or OLX. Fourth, use keywords when listing it like 1985 peso coin, rare Philippines, Andres Bonifacio coin, Flora and Fauna Philippine Peso to coin, or Tamara coin with mint error to reach the widest audience. And finally, consider grading your coin With professional grading services, a certified coin can sell for 5 to 10 times more than an ungraded one. What makes this coin even more iconic is what it represents: the spirit of a nation in transformation, the bravery of a revolutionary hero, and the sudden disappearance of a national currency. It's more than metal, it's legacy. This is why coin collectors from the Philippines, the US, and all around the world are now hunting for this elusive piece of history. So, before you toss out those old jars of coins, open your wallet or donate that coin collection from your grandfather. Check every piece carefully, because that one small Philippine peso coin from 1985 might just be the hidden treasure you've been searching for your entire life. And now, it's your turn. Go and check your drawers, your old wallets, and your forgotten piggy banks. Look for the coin that could change your financial future, because who knows, you might be holding a piece of history that's also worth a fortune. If you found this video helpful and you're excited about more rare coins that could be sitting in your home,